Business Insider: beware the person who claims to know who's a real American and who's not. Especially Trump and Tucker Carlson, who for some reason think demonstrating patriotism involves honoring traitorous losers and calling a Purple Heart recipient a coward. Real Americans are atheists and evangelicals, they're immigrants and the children of immigrants, they love guns and hate guns. They're all Americans, that's the point of America. This is an opinion column. The thoughts expressed are those of the author. Visit Business Insider's homepage for more stories. America is everything that America encapsulates, no more and no less. That bothers people who insist that there are such things as a real America and a real American. For such America-elitists, the criteria for real rests somewhere along the nexus of strident nationalism, unquestioned support of the military and police, and an aversion to complaints that the United States might stand to improve in a few areas. There are exceptions to their rule, of course. Like when President Donald Trump defended Vladimir Putin to Bill O'Reilly by saying, "You think our country is so innocent?" Or when he and his allies attempted to smear Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman, a naturalized U.S. citizen born in Ukraine, as disloyal to America because he dared to testify about Trump's flagrant corruption. And "Make American Great Again" is obviously a critique of the country, but it's okay, because that's the good kind of dissent for real Americans. Trump's also using "Keep America Great" as a 2020 campaign, but not as much as MAGA. Trump and Fox News host Tucker Carlson are perhaps the two most influential purveyors of real Americanism. Socialists, protesters, urban dwellers, and coastal elites all fail to reach the bar of real American, according to these two paragons of patriotism. Declaring such an enormous amount of the population as inauthentic Americans is ridiculous, as is the fact that Carlson and Trump don't come close to meeting their own standards for patriotism. Honoring traitors and insulting patriots having failed miserably at managing a pandemic and presiding over a collapsing economy, Trump's been using his time and political capital to drum up support for honoring literal traitors, who were also losers, to use Trump speak. As the U.S. military considers a review of its bases named for Confederate generals, Trump tweeted that he will not even consider the renaming of these magnificent and fabled military installations. It's a view opposed by retired General David Petraeus and former Secretary of State Colin Powell, also a retired four-star general, who said Confederate officers were not great Americans, and in fact, by the time they went to battle, they were no longer Americans at that point. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley testified before a House Armed Services Committee Thursday that he too supports a review of the base names.